Hello and welcome to Simple French Cooking. My name is Francois. Today I want to teach you how to make one of the classics of all time in French cooking, a real Blanquette de Veau, or a veal stew. Now if you don't want to use veal for whatever reason, you can use rabbit, chicken, pork, lamb. It'll all come out equally delicious. So stay tuned today as we make a Blanquette de Veau. Normally when you make a Blanquette de Veau, you use a veal breast. I couldn't find veal breast anywhere where I live. But I did find this beautiful veal shanks or ossobuco. And so I thought, I'm sure this is gonna work really, really well. I'm just gonna take apart the shanks, cut it into like large dice, and then it'll be perfect for our Blanquette. I mean, look at that, it's already coming apart. Anyways, stay tuned.
Cut your meat into 2-inch chunks. Now if you're using something like rabbit, you don't need to remove the bones. I would just cut it into small pieces. And be sure to remove any gristle or fat on the side. You don't need excess of this. The idea of a Blanquette is to have your meat come out white, so we don't sear it first. Just pour cold water over and we're gonna bring it to simmer over a fire. You want to be sure to add some salt. That helps draw out the impurities of the meat. Now while the meat is coming to simmer, let's blanch our little onions. You just want to cook them for a minute or two, just long enough that the skins are loosened. You should be able to cool them off and just slide the skin off just like that. Be sure to trim the ends off the onion after you peel them. It's not really that much fun to eat those. By now your meat should be simmering rather well and a lot of scum has come to the surface. You want to remove as much of this as you can. It really doesn't affect the flavor so much as the appearance, but who wants to eat all this nasty scum? Now we're going to take a whole onion and just stick one single clove into it. We don't want to have too many cloves because they'll overpower the flavor of the Blanquette. And then you're going to want to peel a couple carrots and then slice them into rounds. All of this we're going to cook with the veal for the next hour or so, or at least until the veal is tender. Now let's make a bouquet garni with our celery. We're going to take one piece of celery, cut it in half. I like to use thyme and a bay leaf. And then we're just going to sandwich that with the other piece of celery. Be sure to tie that tightly with a piece of string or kitchen twine. Make sure it's not waxed or anything. You don't want to introduce anything like that to your Blanquette. And this is going to just make the flavor of the Blanquette delicious and wonderful. So add everything into your stew and then we're just going to let this cook till the veal is tender. While the veal is cooking, let's take care of our onions. I like to saute them in a little butter and then I add some of the veal stock. And just cook them for 15-20 minutes until they're soft. Take your little small button mushrooms and trim the ends off. Be sure to wipe off any dirt with a clean towel. If you want to cheat, you can wash them in water. Then we're going to saute the mushrooms in a little butter and just add a squeeze of lemon juice. This is going to help keep the mushrooms white and also give good acidity to the sauce. Add a few spoonfuls of veal stock to the mushrooms and just let them simmer for about 5 minutes. All you want to do is just have them soft. When the veal is cooked, strain it, saving both the broth and the meat. In the cooking pan, add some butter and flour, and we're going to make roux. Whisk in the veal broth, and make sure to whisk it really well. You don't want any lumps. Now we're going to let this cook for about 20 minutes or until the flour flavor is cooked out. We're going to finish the sauce by adding a liaison of cream and egg yolks. As soon as that thickens up, make sure to turn the flame off because you don't want to curdle your eggs. I like to add a little nutmeg and then return the veal and sliced carrots to your blanquette. Now it's time to add our mushrooms and onions and all their juice. Give it a good stir and taste it. Make sure the seasoning's correct. Now we're ready to serve, and I like to finish the dish with a little parsley and tarragon.
Oh, that smells so incredibly good. Thanks so much for watching Simple French Cooking today. Please subscribe. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter now, Facebook. Please join me there. If you have any questions or you try this dish, please let me know how it came out for you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.